Hey, Joe Handsome. Oh, I got ghosts. Sorry. Hey, Joe Handsome. This is Nate here with Web Videos Unlimited, and I've been watching your videos, your RC videos, and I love them. I love all of them. Your planes, boats, trucks. So I thought I'd share with you my pride and joy, I guess. What I have here is nothing real special. It's the Duratrax Evader ST. Now, this was my first ever RC truck, and also it's my only RC truck. Now, I got this in Pennsylvania when my family and I were living over there. And we went down to Pittsburgh to do some shopping, stopped by Hobbytown on our way home. And I saw this and I had to get it. So I did. Against my wife's wishes, which is something I would not recommend you do. Always get the wife's permission. So anyway, she's gotten over it since then. Got it home, and my son and I went out to a deserted parking lot. You know, I had to try it out, right? So we're in this parking lot, and I'm driving it around, and the parking lot is divided. There's two sections of the parking lot, and there's a metal guardrail in the middle somewhere. It's not solid all the way across, you know, it's got the little pillars and whatever, you know, and I'm weaving it around and in between the pillars and everything, you know. So my son says, "Hey, let me try, Dad." And he was probably 5. So I said, you know, what the heck? He could barely grab the trigger of the remote as he's hanging on to the remote, you know. So he's zipping right along, doing really well, actually. And so he went under the guardrail onto the other side of the parking lot. And I told him to stop, you know, let Dad take control. I know what I'm doing. So I put it in reverse and, you know, to get it back on our side. Well, I'm not so good at driving backwards, and at full speed in reverse, I hit one of the pillars. They're steel, like I-beam pillars. Just plowed into this sucker. And the truck spun, you know, sideways 3 or 4 times. And I could see from where we were, which is probably 30, 40 yards away, that it was not going to run at all anymore. What had happened was, as you can see, I've done a few little hop-ups here. You know, I got some titanium pieces here. If you can see, kind of, not really, but in the wheel here, front end, and the rear end. Well, I broke the wheel right here, so it was just hanging by the shock, flopping around. And actually, the funny thing is, right when we got home and walked in the door, my son said, "Dad did it." Yeah, I did it. So, you know, I'm a relatively new to the RC scene. I don't even know what all these parts are called. But anyway, since then I've changed gear here. I've replaced all the pieces that were broken. I changed out motors, and I bought a few extra batteries. Actually, I just got this out the other day to clean it up, get it ready for this summer. Hopefully tomorrow it's supposed to be like 80 degrees here. I'll be taking this out onto a track. Now, see, you're so lucky because you have RC tracks and, you know, a hobby store and stuff. Well, maybe I wouldn't be so lucky having a hobby store. That's where all my money would go. But anyway, the track, you know, I mean, that's pretty sweet. But what we have is a BMX track. So, you know, the jumps are quite a bit bigger, but at least it's a dirt track. You know, it's pretty cool. So I'll take some video out there, and I'll post it when I'm done. Actually, I ordered something also off the internet. I love your videos with the fly cam. I think that's just sweet. That's cool, especially with your planes and your helicopter. So I went out and got myself one, right? Thinking, hey, you know, that's pretty cool. I could use it for more than just RC stuff. I do a lot of other video types. And so I just got it in the mail yesterday. And I have to send it back. This is a wireless camera, it says, right? But it's for like home security. So yeah, that's my fault. I should have read a little bit more about the details of the camera. So it requires power. You know, I can't take it outside. It actually says, you know, not intended for outdoor use. And it must be plugged into a TV, not a computer. RCA jacks, a whole 9 yards. So I'm kicking myself for that one. But I did order the Flycam 1, 2, like the one that you have. So hopefully that'll get here soon, and then I can be taking some cool shots. So just thought I'd share my RC truck with you, and I look forward to seeing some more videos you flying, and even if you crash, I think, you know, that's all part of it. If you didn't break it, you're not pushing. So thanks for the great videos, man, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.